Hello guys, welcome back, and this is Gopi where How to Do Friend. In this movie we are going to discuss about variable sized array. In the previous movie we have discussed about array, and here we are going to discuss about variable sized array. If you noticed that in the previous video I have explained you that the array is a constant sized one, but here the topic says that variable sized array. So instead of using array we are going to use STL templates. Okay, so STL is nothing but the standard template library. We do have a separate section for STL, so when we are going into that STL we will be discussing it a lot and deeper as long as I can explain you. And in this specific movie we are going to discuss only about this problem under the code which we are going to explain. Okay, so instead of going through all the content as usual in my video series, I'm going through the straight. Here we don't have any explanation or code samples given for this, and they straight away given the sample task, straight away given the task which we wanted to go through. Then I will explain the input and output here. First of all, as usual, they are going to give our test cases. Okay, these two represents that, the first two represents that input values. Okay, so the second two represents that the question, the query, what we are going to satisfy. These two are nothing but the value for the first two, nothing but the input. Okay, within this we do have one 3 that is called the size of the array. So the array values are 154. Here we do have another array, another set of input. The first value is nothing but the array size, and 123 is the 12893 is the value of the second array, and as represented by the second two, these two are the questions. 0 means this array, okay, the first array. 1 means the index of the specific array. 1 means this array, and 3 is the index of the specific array. If you see the output, there is 5 and 9. That is comes from the index 1 and the index 3. 0 and 1 represents the first array and the second array. This is what we are going to achieve in this movie. Okay, let's move down to the editor. So this is the default template they have given, and I'm going to add some more code here. First of all, we need to get two different input from user. One is the input value and another one is the question. For that we need to have a two different variable. One is for n, another one is for q. So whatever you want you can give it. Okay, how I'm going to read input from user like n q. So we do got some value from user, and it's time to declare a vector. So let me explain what does vector means and what does that vector of vector int means. Here we are going to tell a vector like, that's all. So that is the declarations of vector. Vector is a collection. Okay, if you come from C++, if you come from C#, Java, Python, then you must have know about some various collections available in the specific languages. In C++, we do have a standard template library which is nothing but the collections. So vector is one of the collections available where this is a kind of array. So based upon the size we pass, we can resize the array size as well. What I'm doing here is nothing but I have created one array. Okay, this is the syntax for creating an array. So in ordinary array we have created like int a of I, a of j. Okay, so that is a nested array, rows and columns. Likewise here I have a nested array which is of type int, and the object for the variable b is nothing but denoting that a variable. So what does that n means? N means that the size. What does the size of the array which I have created? That is n. N is the first value given. Okay, in our case it is 2. Now it's time to read all the data from the user. Example, first data. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to add one variable which is s, going to hold the size. Before to that, I need to loop through, because we do have some certain number of input from the user. So what is the limitation? Limitation is n, then I++. Why I specifically taken n here instead of q? Because q is the queries which needs to be worked on the input. So first we need to get the input. Input limit is nothing but the n, that is why. So here we need to get some input from the user, which is the size of the array. In our case this 3 and 5. For that only I have declared another variable yes, and I have got that variable. That now it's time to resize the resize the array. Okay, resize the array to yes. Resize is the inbuilt method for this template, a standard template library, and I have used that to resize the array. Now the size of the array have been modified. Here there is a small twist. Here we have resized the array, but we do have a two nested array, right? But we need to completely tell that what array I'm going to change the size. It means which array actually I'm trying to change. This is nothing but the ith array. Okay, so this is the size of the array. So it means that we have two different array. One is 3, another one is the 5 size. So we need to tell on which array you are going to resize it. So whatever it may be the input, I'm going to resize it. First of all, the first input is 3. I got that array, and for the first array I'm going to resize to the size yes. Now it's time to read the input from the user for the first array. J equal to 0 as usual, j lesser than the size is nothing but the s, then j plus plus. Here what we have to do is like we need to insert some value into the array. So this is the usual syntax. Okay, so if we have only array like vector of int, then we can easily push back the value like this. Since we have nested array, we cannot able to use this pushback method. Instead, we need to use the old way. Likewise, we can easily add data into the first array. If you achieve this one correctly, then all the input we have got it successfully. Now it's time to read the value from the user, which is all about the question. So 0 and 1. Move down to this part and try to create another two variable. You can create it here or you can create it here as well. So what I'm going to do is nothing but q1 comma q2, whatever the variable that you want, you can keep it. I will explain why I selected nqs instead of no specific variable as we do in our official projects. I will explain that it later. Give me a moment. So we need to get input from the user for q1 and q2. Sorry, q1 and q2. Sorry, please bear with me. So I got some q1 and q2 value. I need to change this one. Then we got that value. Now it's time to loop through the test case limit. The test case limit is present within the q variable. So up to that count we need to loop through. So I lesser than equal to q. Sorry, q, then I plus plus. Now we have got some value and it's time to read. Now it's time to read this value. Paste it here and we need to work on this one. Example, cout v of q1 q2. So that's all. So that's what the changes. Now it's time to hit the run code button. Just wait for a while, it will take some time to produce the output. There is a compilation error. Just go down. Oh my god, there is a bunch of compilation error it seems. So there is a syntax problem at my line. So see here, there is a problem. So what is the line number? The line number is nothing but the 17. You could see that there is a problem. Then click on the run code. At last our compilation got success, but unfortunately the output is not correct. So we need to add slash and please bear with me, and we need to make sure that we don't miss this out in hereafter. As a beginner it is okay, but still we need to take care of all the input, then only we could able to clear the assessment. All the test cases. My internet is quite slow, that is why I'm getting it too long to process. I have got it correctly and it's time to submit the code. As you can see that we have got congratulations, that means that all the test cases are passed. With this question we have completed all the questions in the introduction section. So it's time to move to the another section, and I'm happy and I hope you too are happy for understanding all the topics till now. If you like my video, just go ahead and do the subscribe, and I'm very much happy to hear that And if you wanted to get the notification, please hit the bell icon to get notification of my upcoming video. Thanks guys, we'll meet you on the another section.